You are listening to a pleasure podcast. For more from our Sex Podcast Collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.
That's going to get all over the
But
place.
it pools onto the blanket, and
Oh
you're
my
sitting
God.
there, and I realize we're cuddling, and we're basically rolling in the cum.
Oh my God.
Dip it in the cum. I mean, it got to the point where both our hair is getting in the cum.
Oh
It's
my
disgusting. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm KarenLee Potter.
That's my mother.
And that's my son.
We chat about sex on a weekly basis and all the things you typically don't talk about with a parent.
We like to make the most uncomfortable conversations comfortable.
So strap in,
Strap on.
and enjoy the ride. So we thought we'd add a little fun segment.
Because there's so many good little video clips. What?
What is that song that goes, reeling in the years?
And going away the time. Steely Dan?
I don't know why that came up. I was just thinking we were going to reflect on the year that we just had.
Oh, yeah.
And as we lead into this new year and go through, some of our favorite clips from the past couple of years and see if we still agree with ourselves?
Exactly.
Have we grown?
At all?
Are we different people now?
Well, let's find out.
Let's find out. We're taking these clips from our TikTok page that my mother curated. Thank you, Mooch.
And this clip had 1.2 million views.
Okay, here we go.
If I said to my boyfriend, how many people you slept with, no matter what his number is, I'm like, yes, that means that amount of women thought he was attractive.
So you're thinking if you said 100, you'd be excited about it.
Hell yeah.
And if you said 1,
I'd be like, oh, who's the diamond in the rough? Me?
do you still stand by this clip, Mother?
Yeah, I still stand by it. I still would like to be the one with the lower body count.
Wait, what? You want to be lower than the partner?
Yes.
That was a different thing that was said in this clip.
Oh, okay.
You just like the fact, in the clip you had just mentioned, I like that my partner has a lot of experience.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize in comparison you want him to even have more than you.
I think I'd like him to have more than me, yes.
Wow. I wonder if that I agree with that for myself.
What do you think? First of all, what do you think of your partner?
I think I would like to have maybe more sexual experiences than my partner just because I like the experience.
What?
I like to have experience under my belt.
Okay, what is it? What do you think of the I guess you're right. The whole essence of the question was, would you think poorly of the person you're with if they have a huge body count versus a 1 or 2 body count?
No, I would not think poorly of them.
Would you think that they were like a little bit of a whore?
Whore? No, I don't think they're going to be a whore. No, I agree with you. But some
Also,
of our listeners didn't agree with you.
Right, but it also has something to do with like in what stage of life you are. I mean, if you've been single for 30 years or something like that, then you're going to have more of a body count than someone who's like, been in a long-term marriage for
Very
like
true.
30 years.
Yeah, very true. I'm hoping that, the body count goes up at some point.
Well, this person says, TBH, as a woman, I don't want a man that's been passed around. Skull face. Though I like having a man every girl wants but can't have.
Look at that. So she wants a guy that hasn't fucked every girl, but who had the possibility of fucking all these women.
Yeah, the possibility. The possibility is endless.
The possibilities. Do you ever get jealous? Like, you might actually end up going with one of these girls?
What? Who, my boyfriend?
Yeah.
He better not go with any of these girls. What are you talking about?
You don't get jealous?
I don't get jealous.
Like in this situation, she wants a guy who every woman wants.
Right.
But then isn't she concerned about, oh my God, what the fuck?
No, if she's self-confident, no.
She didn't give a fuck.
No, as long as he's coming home to her.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Would I get jealous?
Yes.
What do you mean, what do you think?
What do you think? Would you get jealous if you found out your partner had like hundreds of men after her?
It depends if she's flirty back.
Ah.
She's flirting back, then I go, oh, what's going on here?
We're getting deep here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can be a flirt. My mother was always a consummate flirt.
Your mother was a consummate flirt?
She was a flirt.
My grandmother was a flirt?
Your grandma was known as the flirty flirt.
I don't remember that. All right, let's go to the next. Reeling in the years.
And don't know it's the time. We're doing a little Steely Dan here.
when I'm with a woman, inevitably, in the heat of the moment we're having sex, I tell her pussy is tight. They didn't like this.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is a compliment.
Okay, it is.
And then I'm thinking to myself, the truth is, I have no clue if they're tight.
Okay.
Not at all. I don't stand by it.
I do not stand by it either.
What? You didn't even say anything.
I don't stand by what I said.
What did you say?
I said this one little thing.
What did you say?
I said, yeah, it is a compliment.
Oh.
And you know what? It's not a compliment.
Really?
No, it's not a compliment. It actually, someone actually explained it.
What did they say?
They said,
if it's tight, I know I'm doing something wrong.
Yes.
If it's a slip and slide, I'm in for a ride.
Exactly.
We tell you it's big even if it's not really. It's good manners. Ooh, I hate that. Hate that.
You wouldn't like if someone said to you, oh, your dick is so massive.
No, and I've heard that before, and I'm like, shut up.
What?
I know the truth here.
You know the truth that it's not.
It's an average dick. You don't need to make a big deal out of this. Come on.
Maybe before you,
it's
though.
It's like going to a birthday party, and you have like a group of 20 people, or maybe 10 people there, and you're like, oh my God, you're so well loved. You're not so well loved.
Yeah, you are.
You're decently well loved.
You're always well loved. What are you talking about? You're not well loved.
It's a fucking analogy, mother.
Okay.
I don't agree with what I said in this. I
what?
stopped saying the whole "you're very tight."
Whoa.
Yeah, I have not. I don't remember the last time I said that.
And that one got so many views. That got 4 million views or something like that.
You don't care why I don't say it anymore?
I'm very curious as to why you don't say it anymore.
I mainly don't say it because I don't think it means anything that much. Like it's not like a tighter pussy makes me enjoy it much more.
Well, you thought it was a compliment to her. She took it as a compliment.
Right.
She'll take it as a compliment if you say your pussy's so tight.
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to be more authentic with how I present and what I say in
You're very genuine in the
sex.
bedroom.
I'm trying to get a little more genuine.
Well, I always say that you don't want to fake an orgasm.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're training someone to do the wrong thing, like you're training a dog.
Yes.
And you're training him to pee on the floor and say that's a good boy. No, don't do that.
Don't do it. Anyway, so I revoke it, and you can even see my young haircut over there. And I was just a prepubescent.
But why you were not a prepubescent? Okay.
I was a little monster.
But why do you think that you initially said that?
Because I probably learned, women like to be called tight. Bullshit.
And what do you think about the fact that one woman said that she tells the guys that they're too big? Is it just, or that they're big?
Even if it's not really.
Is that good manners?
No, it's not good manners. Honesty is good manners.
Honesty.
Authenticity.
Honesty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we pull up the next one?
So what if you come fast? You can still stay hard. Who cares if you finish at the same time or someone comes before or someone comes after? I don't know why everybody makes a huge deal out of it.
Humiliating experience.
Because it's in your head.
No, because the party wants to keep going, but I just pooped the party.
You pooped the party?
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I think I found other ways to keep the party going, if
Yes.
you will. Other party favors.
Oh, yes.
And I think sometimes my fingers and hands can do much better than my dick.
Or a vibrator.
Or a vibrator even. So, I don't, but for me, it's not as fun. I enjoy when there's extra stimulation leading up to the orgasm. So I stand, the party is kind of pooped for myself, but not always for the other person. But
you stated in the past that you were able to get it up again.
Yeah, but it takes a little time, and also it's never as sensational the second time.
Really?
It's not as sensitive. Yeah.
But it seems like this is a very popular clip, 4.5 million views, which means that it's
People
something
relate.
very common of all ages. I don't think it's one particular age either.
All right, moving on to the next one.
Yep.
When I was a teenager, I had big boobs, right?
Okay.
Big boobs were not in when I was a teenager. Twiggy was in. She was flat as a board, okay?
Okay.
So I was always embarrassed about the big boobs.
Twiggy's like a model or something?
Twiggy was a model in the 70s.
Okay.
Flash forward after 3 kids, my boobs are not looking as perky as they used to. And now, what's in style right now?
Big boobs?
Big boobs are in style now. It can't win. Same thing with the butt.
What do you think?
I'm going against it.
You don't stand by what you said?
I don't stand. You know what? I just heard a podcast. Small boobs are in now.
Small boobs are in.
Yeah, people are going to get reductions.
What podcast was this?
The Daily.
The Daily was talking about small boobs being in? Really?
Yes, I was so surprised. But again, big butts are in. Kardashian butts are still in. People are getting those butt implants.
Yeah.
And that, I still stand by that. I don't want that.
You don't want a butt implant. It's
No,
supposed to be very painful.
And you can't even walk out of there. You got to crawl out on your hands and legs.
What the fuck? What?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Because the implants are in your butt.
So you crawl? Why are you
You have to
crawling
crawl
out?
out because you can't like sit down.
What do you mean
You
you
can't be wheeled out after the surgery.
Oh, no way. Why
Yes.
can't you can't walk out?
No, you can't. You got to kind of slither out like a snake.
Out of the hospital?
I think so.
No, you don't slither out like a snake.
Maybe
What?
they put you on a little cart of some sort. I don't know.
Cart?
I don't know. My girlfriend works in a plastic surgery center, and she just told me that they can't walk and they can't you can't lay down.
Oh
on your
my
hand.
God.
Yeah, it's a very uncomfortable procedure.
It sounds very uncomfortable to have a fake butt put in you.
But apparently, like the younger generation these days, they are all for doing all types of injections and plastic surgeries and everything. Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so where big boobs were in before, they're no longer in, but big butts are still in.
I think, but I don't know. I mean,
So it's still not the Twiggy type that we've always.
But what I'm thinking now is I'm more secure with myself.
Uh?
So I don't need to be walking around with big boobs. I could take a reduction down, and then I wouldn't have to wear a bra. I would just bounce around with
You
little.
thinking about minimizing?
I'm thinking of minimizing.
Are you really?
No, I don't want to go through surgery unnecessarily.
Yeah.
But my point is that be careful for what you wish for.
It is amazing that there are fans with the body.
Yeah, especially women, unfortunately.
I was thinking of that with cars today. Why is it that certain colors are more popular certain years?
Right.
The fuck is that about?
I don't know. People like originality.
They like to keep it fresh. Better sex this year, mother.
Better, wetter is better.
And wetter is better. So thank you to our sponsor, Uberlube.
Uberlube to save the day.
Uberlube is our favorite lube, folks. If you're looking to get a little slippier in the bedroom,
A little wetter is better.
a little, I want to go in and out of this orifice with ease.
We're talking vaginal, anal, oral. It's all good because there's no taste. There's no smell. It's not sticky. It just glides in there and glides out. You're going to love this stuff, you guys. And it's in a beautiful glass bottle.
You know, I've tried many lubes,
Oh, so have I.
and Uberlube is by far the best one. Here's why. It's made with body-friendly ingredients.
Yes.
So you know if it goes on your skin, you don't want to immediately get it off it.
And doctors recommend it.
Yeah.
Which is what I like to hear.
Because it doesn't fuck with your pH balance.
Right.
And so even if you've experienced sensitivities to other lubes, you might want to try Uberlube. Uberlube can be used with condoms. It can be used in water, such as hot tubs or showers. And we love Uberlube, and we so appreciate their sponsorship. If you want to get 10% off and free shipping, go to uberlube.com, enter code SNEAKY, SNEAKY, and you'll get 10% off and free shipping. Uberlube.com.
Try it. You'll love it.
Anyway, would you say you're ashamed by how you've presented over the past 9 years?
Presented what?
Yeah, on this podcast, you reject or regret anything that you've said on the show,
Like that?
or anything?
I don't know. I think you have to take everything at the time that you said it.
Yeah.
Is where you were at the time that you said it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I think that's important. I would hope that listeners would give me the grace if I said something inappropriate in the past to say, oh, well, he was younger then. Maybe he's wiser now, you know?
I think you're wiser now.
I mean, I definitely am. I see what, in the Talking Tightness clip, I don't stand by how I was talking in that clip. I'm a little, if I were to say it now, I'd feel ashamed. I was younger then. What do you want?
We've been doing this podcast for 9 years.
9 years, you saw my progression.
All
Mature
the
young
sneaky
man.
freaks that have been following us for 9 years, please let us know in the comments what you think about the two of us evolving over the years.
I enjoyed this little segment of
It was fun.
reeling in the years. I ran into a situation the other day.
You're in a situation.
I've been using the sex blanket.
Oh, sex blanket.
You use the sex blanket?
No, but I meant to tell you that I noticed that you were buying a lot of condoms on Amazon.
Yeah. Yes.
What is going on? What is happening here?
I have a sexual partner these days.
I know, and it seems like you're very
And
active.
I'm keeping it safe.
Apparently. What are you like?
Slingshotting condoms?
Slingshotting condoms?
Yeah, well, sometimes I need to. And, well, we've been using the sex blanket.
Okay.
And the sex blanket is, if you haven't used it, is like a waterproof blanket. It is ideal for sex.
It's perfect because then you don't have to take all the sheets off the bed and everything
It's
else.
amazing. Anyway, what they don't tell you is that if you ejaculate on it, it also holds the ejaculate so it doesn't.
This is why you're not staying over at my place when I'm out of town.
No, it doesn't go into the bed. It stays on the blanket.
But that's gonna get all over the
But
place.
it pools onto the blanket, and
Oh
you're
my
sitting there,
God.
and I realize we're cuddling, and we're basically rolling in the cum.
Oh my God.
Dip it in the cum. I mean, it got to the point where both our hair is getting in the cum. It's
my God.
disgusting. I don't.
There's only one thing that can make that worse. Buddy, the dog.
What is he doing?
If he sees that sex
no.
blanket, he's out there looking and smelling. And
Oh, he likes to smell
trying
the cum blanket.
He finds it fascinating.
He finds it fascinating.
So what did you do while you're rolling in that stuff? What do you do?
Need a shower afterwards.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
you're the one who did it. I'm not. Why are you looking at me like
Because I actually started remembering. I think I actually had to run to clown class at one point.
So you left it out?
No, and then I remember finding like dried up cum on my leg.
You know what that's
disgusting.
called? Do you know what that's called? It's called FDC. Fucking dried cum. Seriously. It's called FDC. On your leg. Why did I know that?
Yes.
I know that from like when your father was alive. That was a common thing.
Why
FDC.
fucking dried cum?
Yeah,
Why is that
FDC.
just an abbreviation between you guys?
I don't think so. I think the whole group of friends all called it FDC.
What? How often
I
was
don't
FTC
know.
going around?
I don't know.
It is
It
disgusting.
just came to me, so to speak.
FTC.
No pun intended.
I got it. Jesus Christ. Anyway, any other reflection on what's been going on with you recently?
Nothing that enticing at all. The only thing I can tell you is that the other day during our yoga class, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, because I don't want it going off, because one time an entire podcast went off when I was in yoga.
Sex talk with mom?
It was something like that. So if you guys are listening, make sure you put your phone on.
Actually, if you're in yoga class and you have the ability, put the fucking Sex Talk with Mom on loud during
Put it on loud.
and show it to the world. Show it to that yoga class.
Well, we're in this relaxed state. It's very quiet. We're doing a sound bath.
Yeah, you took me to that
I
restorative
took you to
yoga.
the restorative yoga class, and all of a sudden I hear my distinctive ring on my phone, and I'm thinking, oh shit, I thought I turned everything off. So I'm like having such anxiety during the class where I'm supposed to be so zen. I'm like sweating. I'm like, how do I turn it off? And how do I admit that it's mine? So I'm looking around. No one's doing anything. And it finally it stopped. Then the class is over, and I turn to you. I go, did you hear that my phone? And you go, what phone?
It's because I passed the fuck out.
Well, I didn't know that. So
I've been having so much sex. I get no sleep at night because I can't sleep in the same bed. That I've passed out anytime I'm sitting down anywhere.
This is unbelievable that I'm having this conversation with you.
Why?
This is something you've dreamed of.
I dreamed of this day.
You
The
dreamed
day
of it.
will come where I'll pass out in a yoga class and not be able to even hear my mother's phone go off.
That's how deep you were sleeping. Well, meanwhile, you look at me like I'm crazy, and I start thinking to myself, what if I hallucinated that? What if I was dreaming
Starts
and
going in her head.
there was no phone at all? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm really losing it. So finally I turned to the girl next to me. I go, did you hear a phone ring? She goes, oh yeah. Oh,
I was the one that was fucked up in this situation.
and then I'm thinking, well, maybe it wasn't mine. But I go outside and I look at my missed calls, and there's 2 missed calls from D's,
Yeah,
my boyfriend.
everyone knows.
You can't let me be alone for 1 hour without calling twice.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God. I guess so. If you're going to turn your phone off, make sure it's off all the way off.
It's good. Yeah, it's a good lesson.
Yeah. So that was the excitement of
Yeah, Mom, do you have
I had-
Mom's News?
I
The
had-
final segment?
yes.
This is either
Final
the,
Mom's News of the Year.
This is either the final Mom's News of the year or the first Mom's News of the year, depending on when this is released. So, Mother, what Mom's News do you got for us?
Mom's News.
Mom's News.
Mom's News. Well, this is interesting because it follows up on our last episode about sex with aliens.
Oh, right.
And
that wasn't the last. That was a couple episodes ago.
You guys have to listen to that one. But I thought, well, what a way to tie it all together. I'm always thinking about you little sneaky freaks. And I thought,
did some research.
I did some research in the Mirror.
Again, the Mirror?
Why
are you always going to the
London
Mirror?
tabloid that I love so much.
Oh, God.
And it says there's a study that predicted that people will have more partners later in life, with promiscuity increasing in our 30s and beyond as confidence and personal development grow. Look at
which
you.
we discussed.
Look at you for an example. In addition, the role of robots in our sex lives is set to increase, with virtual avatars and artificial intelligence becoming more prevalent. The study suggests that realistic elves and aliens will replace firemen and nurses in sexual fantasies around the world.
What?
We will interact with them frequently, whether they are working alongside us, delivering our parcels, or helping to look after us as we age. I'm going to get a robot to look after me when I age.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. Well,
This is
anyway,
what you
we
think
might
of
consider.
when you read this fucking thing?
Yes.
You're not at all affected by the fact that they think that studies show that realistic elves and aliens will replace firemen and nurses in our fantasies?
Are you concerned?
I mean, what does it tell you? That we're going to start fantasizing about elves and aliens?
It also said we might consider ourselves in a relationship with some of them, even if it's not sexual. You might have a
what study-
platonic crush on your robot pasty. What is pasty?
What the fuck? What is this article?
Is an article about robots and aliens in our interacting with them. And
What kind of study did they do where
I
they
don't
figured
know.
this out?
I don't know. I didn't get that
And then
far.
you choose to share this with everyone.
Well, it had to do with the robots and aliens.
You get one segment of the show that's yours every time,
Yes.
and this is what you choose to bring to the table.
I find it fascinating that the robots will take over and they will be our sexual partners.
Yeah.
So you'll never have to buy condoms again if you use a robot.
If I just fuck a robot instead. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be good. I have been using ChatGPT like it's going out of style. Talking like as if it's my fucking business coach, therapist, anything. I just ramble and it listens.
That's very nice. I listen to Perplexity. Oh, yeah. You know what? I decided none of these AI tools are good for people that have anxiety.
Why?
Because you can go right down a rabbit hole.
You started.
You look up sneeze, and next thing you know, you think you have nose cancer.
Nose cancer?
It goes, you take one little word, you twist it, and it goes into something else, and next thing you know, you're going down
Okay, you're going down a rabbit hole right now.
right.
Let me ask you something. In this next year, 2025, what % of our show would you like to be about medical issues?
50.
50%?
Yes.
Medical talk about it, probably more than what we'd end up talking about.
What percent would you like?
I would like maybe 5%.
5%.
Yeah, hopefully neither of us have any medical issues and we have a very clean bill of health.
Okay.
And yeah. Should I leave you with a little Cam's Uppers?
Yes, you should.
The segment of the show you all have been waiting for? The segment of the show that you've been waiting for this entire year. You've gone days and days thinking, you know what? I got to keep going. I got to stand strong because at the end of all this, I'll be able to hear Cam's Uppers is the place to be.
Fun living is a life for me.
It's Cam's Uppers. This is a segment of the show where I share something near and dear to my heart, something that my mother typically finds
Boring.
or
Interesting. Downright fun.
Downright fun. It's Cam's Uppers. I was thinking recently,
Oh my God.
I spend a lot of my therapy just dissecting how I'm really feeling about someone, the people in my life. And at one point, my therapist just said, what if you just had an open heart?
What?
What if you just open your heart to this person? Don't worry about any of the flaws this person has, all the shit they do that annoys you, all the stuff that makes you feel uneasy. Just open your heart
Are you
see the good in
referring to
them.
anybody in particular, or are you referring to me?
I am not referring to anyone in particular.
Okay.
See the good in them.
Okay.
Why are you trying to make this about you?
I'm not. I'm just
trying to
saying,
open my heart to you
you're
right now.
You're looking at me.
I'm sharing with you about the open heart, and you're thinking, oh, it must be me that he thinks he gets a fucking
No,
annoyed by.
I wasn't. I'm just saying you're looking at me while you say this. So I'm thinking it might be about me.
With both my eyes?
Well, one eye is up and one eye is straight ahead.
Is that real?
This one's there going this way. This one's going a little bit.
Is
up
that real?
Up to the left.
Frequently I'm told in these clown classes, hey, who are you looking at right now? What do you mean, yeah? The producer says, yeah? No. I'm looking at you. I got a fucking bad eye. What do you mean? I think it's getting worse.
Oh no!
I think
it's
in
not getting
2025 I'm going to start. I'm doing visual therapy.
No. For our sneaky freaks, he wore a patch. Actually, it was a patchosaurus.
No one gives a fuck.
When he was in second grade, it
Who
was
gives
like
a fuck about
a
this?
patch over one lens of his glasses. He was a real popular kid.
Why is it a joke? Why is it a joke? First of all, this is Cam's uppers.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, okay? So you were thinking of someone else. Thank God that you would like to minimize their flaws. Oh my God, I feel like this is deja vu. Like
Yeah, because we literally just talked about this and then you derailed it.
No.
You think, and if I just open my heart and start thinking of all the positive things that I experience with this person that they bring into my life, you end up starting to feel a lot more gratitude for this person. And you end up in a more connected. And in the end, we're all going to die. And so we might as well have these types of relationships.
In the end, we're all going to die is not a very uplifting way to end this conversation.
4,000 weeks, mother. That's all we get. 4,000 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
4,000 weeks, folks. What are we doing?
I probably have less than 4,000 because I'm way older than you.
Oh yeah, you're well over. You got.
I got probably like 400 weeks left.
You probably got another 1,000 weeks.
Oh my God. Thanks a lot.
No,
Cam.
hopefully you have many more. But listen, this has been a wonderful year with you, Mother.
Thank you, son.
Yeah, I think we've grown through this year. You were patient with me as I traveled for a lot of it.
You were gone a lot of the year.
But then we came back. We developed a whole new system. We're going to be
Yes.
going weekly, folks,
And
in this new
only
year.
for 30 minutes a session because we want you guys to think sharp thoughts about us. Not like, oh, no, they're dragging on for hours.
Sharp thoughts. We're going to be concise. We're not going to ramble. We're
No
not going to go on
rambling.
any tangents.
No tangents.
It's just going to be pure entertainment and education.
Absolutely. We're not going to talk about Patchosaurus on the eyeglass or anything like that.
What? We bring it back to the Patchosaurus?
Yeah,
You didn't even explain to
cute.
them what
It
Patchosaurus
was so cute, though. You were wearing glasses. First of all, I take you when you're
Mom.
5 years old to the eye doctor, and he goes,
Mom.
well, he'll never be Michael Jordan.
Wow, first of all, you've told this story multiple times. Second of all, you didn't even share the fact that I had a dinosaur on the patch, on the felt patch.
A
and the
Patchosaurus.
dinosaur itself was wearing a patch, and it said Patchosaurus underneath it.
That's the cutest thing.
I think, all right. I'm glad you find it cute.
On your glasses.
Anyway.
Did you think you were a cool kid then, or were you thinking you were kind
Yeah,
of...
I thought it was a cool kid.
Because not many kids had Patchosaurus wearing a patch
And not many
on their
kids,
glasses.
Not many kids talk to their mother on a weekly basis about their sex life.
That's right.
Or my mother's sex life.
That's right.
And
we
wanna
do this for you, sneaky freaks.
You sneaky freaks. This is for you. If you're enjoying the show, please do us a favor. Leave us a rating and review wherever you're listening to this. Share it with a friend. We really appreciate you spreading the word. It allows us to continue making these beautiful little, I don't even know what you call these journeys, these quests for you.
Comment anywhere you see our social media. You can even comment, I believe, on Spotify now. You can comment on YouTube. You can comment on TikTok.
We
and
want to be in touch with you. And you
We
can
do.
always text us at 88310-356.
3920.
That's our number. And lastly, a huge thank you to our Patreon family. Those are our supporters who support us emotionally and financially on patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom.
That's Patreon.
You guys really help us keep our lights on. You've made it possible for us to record in the studio and for us to have an editing team. So we thank you. And we also want to give a huge shout out to our producer and our studio provider, Dr. Selftape /You Podcaster. And a big shout out to our editing team. Thank you guys so much for making this show possible.
You're doing a great job.
You're doing a great job, Mother.
Aw.
Yeah.
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and learning about your sexual fantasies. I don't know what the hell that
It's
meant.
going to be a good year.
It's going to be a good year.
Happy New Year, folks.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy
Have a wonderful
holidays.
2025. Look
Yeah.
alive in 2025.
Oh, I like it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.